Hi, I'm Anna. This is Cottage on Oak, and welcome to my thrifted living room tour. So as soon as you walk into the living room, I wanted to have an entry table, so I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. It is marble on top. They were going to transform it into a bathroom vanity. I was actually going to use this as my kitchen island, but the height is too short, so I didn't get to do that. But I have some dried florals here, some dried hydrangeas. This big piece behind me was off of Facebook Marketplace as well. I've done a whole video on this if you want to look at it. But I bought this off Facebook Marketplace, sorry. And it's from India, I believe. And it's like an old church window. And these are actually shutters, and they do open. They have locks on the other side. And so they can open and close. And it's really, really cool. And then this isn't thrifted, this mirror, but I'm sure you can find one on Facebook somewhere. All of these books are secondhand. They're old. I love them so much. This vase was a Christmas gift from my husband. He got it from a thrift store or an antique store. A lady at our church actually had it in her antique booth or her vintage booth, and so that's how we snagged this. We do have this anchored to the wall, so on both sides, so it is safely secured. And my ceilings in the living room go up to a point, and so this is pointed as well. It's not directly in the middle because I have the window to the left, the mirror to the right of the arch, and then directly under the point of the living room arch is this table. This is what is centered above the ceiling. Our picture frames are also thrifted. And then here is a close-up of the books. Love these. So underneath this entry table, I'm showing you everything in my living room that is secondhand or thrifted. So at the last church my husband preached at, they would give me all their stuff because I used to have a booth. And this was one of those items from one of the ladies at the church. And I loved it so much, I didn't want to get rid of it, so I just kept it. And I keep some seashells in here. I think I thrifted this one too, honestly. Oh, and there's some little toys in there.
Hey, I remember those.
1 second. And then on this side, I bought this one at a yard sale. And again, I just keep seashells in here. I actually bought this when I went to the beach as a kid. I have this one. I think this was thrifted. And there's some more down in there from Zanzibar. Alright, so on this side of the mirror, I got this for $1 recently. It's this huge wicker vase, I guess. I think it's so cool. Not sure what to do with that yet exactly. And then I've also purchased this a long time ago. It's this needlepoint, like, writing scene. It's so pretty. You'll find this a lot in my furniture. These studs and then these flower motifs and like turned furniture. One of the legs was actually broken, so I got this for $5 at a antique booth. And I just hot glued it together. So we don't sit on this. We just use it for aesthetics and to look pretty. And it used to sit under my piano, but I'll show you a new yard sale find I got to go under the piano instead, so we can actually use the piano and sit at it. So here we have our front door. I'm thinking I should paint this burgundy to match the fireplace. Let me know down below. But anyways, we have our entry table here, and then to the right of the door, I keep my curiosity cabinet. I bought this cabinet off of Facebook Marketplace for $100, I think, maybe $150, I can't remember. We had to drive about 40 minutes away to get it. It's very old. It's got the glass doors. I love it. And it is filled with all secondhand finds, some non-secondhand finds, but let's get a closer look. So let's start up at the top here. This was a secondhand find at a thrift store. I got it for $15. I think it's from the 1930s. That's what they had it listed as. It's a print. I love this so much. These I bought at a yard sale. They're just some concrete little planters, and they're just, I love stuff like this. Oop. I bought these at a yard sale, actually from a guy's parents we went to high school and college with, my husband and I. And these were his grandpa's. And I just love these so much. So I have them sitting out here as like some decor, you know. And then these faux flowers are just from Hobby Lobby. Those aren't secondhand. This is a Goodwill find. It's like a wine cooler. I've used it for holding candles, holding flowers. Right now it's holding this tool. And then this was an expensive antique buy that I bought from the antique store. Sorry, I'm getting flustered. And I can't remember how much this was. I think it was $40. It was something I had to think about for a long time because I usually like to spend, 50 cents, $1 on items. So this was a big purchase for me, and it took me a while to pull the trigger on it, but I think it was 60 or 100, and the booth went down, and it took it down to 40. And so I love this. I bought it. Some people have like collections of these. That would be so fun to have. I don't think I have the space for that, but we're starting here. Okay, so inside the cabinet, I have some secondhand books. These are from the 1800s. These are, I guess you could consider these secondhand. These are some dried bugs.
Yeah. Yep.
Dried bugs, a dried hornet's nest. I think that's a hornet's nest. It's a something nest. And some cicadas and a beetle. I need to get these put into a frame. I just haven't done that yet. So I keep those here. This was my mouthpiece. I played the French horn in high school, so that's secondhand. Some old matches. Some wasp nests. These cloches I bought at a yard sale. And she offered me a huge set of them because they were used at a wedding. And I said, no, I don't need them. I should have taken them. Should have taken them all. But alas, I did not because I thought, no, that's too much. Yes, it's too much. Get it. You need it for decorating and parties and all that fun stuff. So anyways, the vase in here is from Hobby Lobby. It's not secondhand. We have a turtle shell in here that they were actually my dogs, and now they live at my father-in-law's house. But they killed this turtle, and they would leave like turtle shells and animal horns, deer horns, things like that on his front porch, I guess, as gifts to my father-in-law. And so I brought this home because he didn't know what to do with it, and I said, I do. And then we have some books back here. Back here is a cigar mold, and I just use it to hold some dried florals. This was also a birthday gift to myself that I bought for myself a while back. And then in this cigar box I bought a long time ago, secondhand obviously, I do not smoke cigars, but I keep all my coins and money from all of our travels that my husband and I have done, some super old coins. When I travel to different places, I do ask them, do you have any old coins that I can buy? I have a necklace made from cow bones in here, all kinds of stuff. So I keep that there, and these are my curiosities. This is just a little love note from my husband I keep here. So moving on from the curiosity cabinet, we have this huge find off of Facebook Marketplace. It's an antique hall seat. So I bought a bookcase off of Facebook Marketplace to put into my closet. And when I got there, the guy said, I can't buy the bookcase unless I take this with me. And I said, okay, if we can lift it into our truck, we'll take it. And so I had to get this in order to get the bookcase. And so this was basically free. And I love it. You can tell, I think it's I did some research on the nails. If you look, this seat opens up and we keep Legos in it. It actually came with Legos in it. And you can see the type of nails that are on it to help date the piece. And so I did some of that. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But you can see the nails, the metal brackets. I love it. It does smell old, so I vacuum it often. I've wiped it down, things like that, which have helped. But anyways, this is a pretty cool piece. Back here, I have some more old books. I got these bookends from the antique store. Candlesticks. I love silver pewter candlesticks more than gold. These lamps were from a yard sale. They were $2 each. And I swapped the shades out. They had some red shades. And I bought some white shades from Walmart and put those on there instead. And they both have some fun little tassels. This one was free. And this one was $1 from the thrift store. And then above, one of my best Facebook Marketplace finds was this painting. It's huge. This was only $50. And when I'm saying these prices, I obviously did not buy these things all at once. They were throughout the course of many, many, many years. And many years of collecting. I bought the skull at a yard sale for $10 or $15. But here's an up close of the painting. It's so pretty. I was so shocked at how large it was when my husband brought it home after I made him go pick it up for me. And the frame is super thick. A yard sale find was this pillow. I think it was $4 or something. Velvet on the back. It's so pretty. And I just have that sitting here for fun. So next I have these chairs I bought off Facebook Marketplace to go here. I did have some other chairs, but they were too small for this section. So I got these to go here. This blanket was from the thrift store. Love it. This was a Christmas gift. And then I got these matching pillows a long time ago from an antique store. They're definitely from like the early 2000s or the 90s. This one has a hole I have to sew up. But I just like these to sit here. I like these colors. It's like a little hunting scene. Next, I bought this rug off of Facebook Marketplace. It was close to where my sister lived, so I had her and her boyfriend pick it up for me. And it's one of the best buys I've ever done. Moved the Ottoman out of the way. I say this is like one of my best Facebook finds about everything. Sorry. But this is an antique Persian rug, I believe, so it's hand woven. I love it so much. So our rug was from Memphis, Tennessee, and then our Ottoman, I actually have it covered up with a piece of fabric from the thrift store, but it's stained. I got this off of Facebook as well for $50. It's huge, it's comfortable. I love it, and it matches the place. I do change this fabric out frequently, depending on the season, holidays, things like that. On top, the tray was from the thrift store for $7. The candlesticks were from an antique store for $6 each, I think. And these flower frogs are from the thrift stores and antique stores. And this was, I think, $1, but look at that. Isn't that cool? So on my mantle, which I need to redecorate and dust, but anyways, not everything is secondhand. Like this is from Hobby Lobby, and this is from Dollar General. Other than those two things, and this garland, everything else is secondhand. I have this old book from the 1800s. It's Life of Christ. Very cool. I like to buy these little frames. I think I got this at Goodwill, and I just put some cameos in here. I made some with a mold. Up here we have some candle sconces. These are plastic. I think I want to change the color just so they don't look so cheap, but these are cute. We have some silver plates. This super antique frame. This is one of my favorite things. Thrifted, of course. I try not to buy super small things off of Facebook Marketplace. I reserve that for bigger purchases. And then for small things like this, I buy out and about, thrifting, antiquing. I have 3 of these Indian print blocks that I bought for $7 each at an antique store. I think these are so cool. I want to use these so bad, but I don't want to mess them up. And I do keep the tags on the back so that way I can remember how much they were and what the tags say about the items. But these are just so cool. I love having these displayed. Some more empty frames, some silver platters, a mirror. Can't go wrong with a mirror. And then some more antique books from the 1800s. So here on the other side of our fireplace is an heirloom piece. This was my husband's grandmother's piano. And so I love having that here. And I wanted to show you this antique piano stool that I got, sitting on my couch, I gotta get up, that I got at a yard sale for $20. It's got the glass bottom feet. It's sturdy and good condition. They did cover it. Maybe someday I'll uncover it and look at the antique fabric that's underneath. But overall, 20 bucks for this is amazing. I've been looking for one of these for years. These are usually $75 up to, I've seen $125. So I can do 20 bucks. That was a great buy. Another yard sale find in this corner, so another secondhand find, is this man, a picture of this man. It's a tiger wood oval wooden picture frame from the early 1900s, I believe. And I got it for $10 at a yard sale, and you can see that the glass bubbles out. I forgot the correct terminology for that, but I love this piece. Alright, so I wanted to share the story of my couch. I did buy this couch for $350, which is, for me, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. My husband and I have to think about a purchase like that. So how did I buy a couch for $350? So when we were living in another town years ago, my son was like 1, I think. I sold a set of couches that we had. We got them for free at our wedding. They were secondhand from a family member. So I sold those for, it was less than $100. And then I took that money and I bought a vintage velvet couch. It was a Regency couch off of Facebook Marketplace for $55, I think, or $50, somewhere around there. Brought it home. It had a skirt on it. I loved this couch. I did rip the skirt off to expose the legs because that was the thing then. And I do like non-skirted furniture unless it's a table. Anyways, so I ripped this skirt off and I tried to live with it. It's just the print was too much for me, and it wasn't as comfortable of a couch to have with a 1-year-old to take naps on and things like that. And so I was like, you know what, let me see if I can sell this couch for a lot of money, because I did some research online and it was a rare Regency type of couch. And so I listed it and it sold for $300, and some people drove over 2 hours to come and pick it up. I sold it for $300. They picked it up, and then I waited a couple of weeks. We went without a couch for a little while, and I bought this couch off of Facebook Marketplace from a town at the time that was like 45 minutes away, and this couch was $350. And so I took that $300 I made from that couch that I sold, and that's how I bought this couch. I like this couch because of the one cushion. I don't like the couches that have the 3 cushions. Those are uncomfortable. I don't like them. I love this one cushion. It's like a twin bed almost. It does have some rips that I have to sew, and that turns some people away. I could care less because I know I can sew it. I am capable. I just have to work myself up to do that. And it does have some stains from my kids. We've had this couch for years now, and it's still solid. It's still going. And I love this couch. So that's how I buy some of the things that I buy that are pricier. I'll take something that I have that's maybe not particularly my favorite, and I'll sell it for more money online. And then I'll take that money and I'll buy something that I actually need for the house, and I'll buy it secondhand. That way I don't have to have a couch payment or a car payment or things like that. So I could have went out and bought a new couch that was over $1,000. That was just a lot of money, and I did not want to do that. especially when I knew I could wait and be patient and find a really nice couch for under $500 on Facebook Marketplace. Behind the couch, I have a sofa table that I bought off Facebook Marketplace for $75, I think. I was going to use this table as a kitchen island. That didn't work out. All my picture photo albums are from yard sales, antique stores, things like that. This silver trays, thrifted. My lamps, matching set of lamps I got from a yard sale for 20 bucks, so $10 each. Now this large photo frame was from a lady from a church when I had a booth, and she was getting rid of it. So it had glass. I took the glass out, and on top of the print that it came with, I taped some music sheets up there and some dried baby's breath and made my own little DIY art. And then I also painted this trim white. But anyways, I love that. So thank you so much for watching this thrifted home tour. Sorry for the audio change. My microphones died, both of them. It is what it is. The show must go on. I wanted to share this because I wanted to show that you can have a somewhat beautiful home on a cheaper budget, and not everything is perfect and new, and sometimes it's nice to have things perfect and new, but personally, I think even if I was rich and had tons of money, I would still buy secondhand items, just more expensive secondhand items. So, you know, it is what it is. Everybody likes their own things, and I love antique things. I love trying to save money, things like that. Now this home was built in 1999, so it's not a super old house. And I wanted an old house, but the thing that sold us on buying this house was the size of the backyard, the location of the neighborhood. It's right across the street from the college my husband teaches at. And those things outweighed buying an old house. I love old houses, and maybe when I'm older, I'll live in an older house. But for now, I have young kids, and I need a big backyard. And so that's why we bought this house. I hope you enjoyed this thrifted living room tour. Please come back. You can see other videos on my channel. I have redone this kitchen since we've been in this house about 3 times, and we've lived here for about 1.5 years, I think. And so you will enjoy those, I hope. And I will see you next time here at Cottage on Oak with Anna. Okay.